hold heaven and earth in your hands. You are whom I adore. Now I bow before you, lifting holy hands, giving honor and glory to your names. You deserve so much more. You are Elohim. You are my Yahweh. You are the great I am. You are. You are. You are. You are. What is in your name? What am I to call you? You hold heaven and earth in your hands. You are whom I adore. Now I bow before you, lifting holy hands, giving honor and glory to your names. You deserve so much more. You are Elohim. You are my Yahweh. You are the great I am. You are. You are. You are. You are Elohim. You are my Yahweh. You are the great I am. You are. 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 I give you total praise, giving all of myself to you. I come bold, I come deep to your throne, and I call out your names. You are Elohim. You are my Yahweh. You are the great I am. You are. You are. You are. You are Elohim. You are my Yahweh. You are the great I am. You are. 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 Yeah. You are. You are. Yeah. You are. 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 I say Shabbat Shalom to the people of Yahweh. May the peace of Yah rest on you. For this is the day Yahweh has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. I want to say to all of you who are watching by stream in the chat room, Shabbat Shalom for those who are in Georgia. In the absence of our teachers, I say to them, safe travels wherever they are. They're in Atlanta? They're in Atlanta, and I wish them much safety. They're on a mission, y'all. They're on a mission, and I know that Yahweh has ordained this mission, and I wish them well. And I want to reach out to Sister Cheryl. She's taking care of her mother. I think we all know that, and I've missed her here in this building. And also to Sister Gail, just keep these pillars of our community in your prayers, as their absence means a lot to me because I miss them being here. But this is the day Yah has made. We shall rejoice, and be glad in it. Yeah. I miss my drummer. I do. Elohim, we give you praise. Elohim, we give you praise. With our hands lifted up, with my voice I sing. Elohim, I give you praise. 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 With my hands lifted up, with my voice I sing. Elohim, I give you praise. Yeah, Elohim, I give you praise. Elohim, I give you praise. Elohim, I give you praise. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, Elohim, I give you praise. Elohim, I give you praise. Oh, let your spirit fill my temple. Oh, you are worthy to be praised. Oh, let our voices sound with triumph. Oh, that you are worthy to be praised. Oh, let your spirit fill my temple. Oh, you are worthy to be praised. Hey, oh, let our voices sound with triumph. That you are worthy to be praised. Hey, that you are worthy to be praised. Hey, that you are worthy to be praised. Hey, hey, hey. that you are worthy to be praised. That you are worthy to be praised. Well, y'all, something else. You know what it feels like? You know what it feels like in worship today for me? It feels like I'm doing what do you call that? A mini desk? You know what's that? Tiny desk? Yeah, you see those tiny desks on YouTube and on, you ain't seen them? Who's seen a tiny desk performances? What's the tiny desk? You know when they know what tiny desk is? Who knows somebody say, yeah, I know what it is. Okay, all right. So tiny desk is where they invite these artists, these performers, and they come in this tiny little library room, and they stuff all these musicians, and they sing all these songs, kind of like on well, I don't know what you call it, but I just feel because I don't have my drummer. So it feels like I'm on display. It feels like my voice, I'm giving you much worship, you know what I'm saying? But I do miss him. I miss that. I miss that behind my back. But I tell you what, I love this congregation, and I'm so glad all of you made it out today. Seriously, I'm so glad all of you made it out today. Because you go to some places and the pastor ain't there or he out of town, and that's when folks take off, and you can't see them. You're like, oh, where's Sister So-and-so? Where Brother So-and-so? Well, the pastor, he ain't going to be here today, so I'll just, But you all showed up and you showed out, and I am so glad to see you. Give yourself a hand on this beautiful Shabbat. You are Yahweh. He is my Redeemer. Hey. He is Yahweh. He's the lover of my soul. I find peace and rest in knowing who is. I find love and joy in all that he is. His name is above all names. The angels cry, holy, holy, holy is his name. Yahweh, he is my Redeemer. Hey. He is Yahweh. He's the lover of my soul. I find peace and rest in knowing who he is. I found love and joy in all that he gives. His name is above all names. The angels cry, holy, holy, holy is his name. He is Yahweh. He is my Redeemer. Hey, he is Yahweh. He's the lover of my soul. He's not Muhammad nor Buddha. Crystal's not his name. He is mighty with power. Let all the earth proclaim. There will come a day, where everyone will say, let every tongue proclaim, Yahweh, Yahweh, He's Yahweh, Yahweh. He's not Muhammad nor Buddha. Crystal's not his name, for he is mighty with power. Let all the earth proclaim, there will come a day where everyone will say, let every tongue proclaim, Yahweh. I love that name. Come on. Come on, y'all. Yahweh. He's Yahweh. Yahweh. He is Yahweh. He is my Redeemer. Hey. He is Yahweh. He's the lover of my soul. He is Yahweh.
Put this presentation up for y'all. All right, y'all. It's my second time up here. Still got the butterflies. First of all, I want to thank Yahweh for being my father, number one in my life. And I'm grateful that he gives me the opportunity to try to get myself and my people on the right stage. Secondly, I'd like to thank my mother again, who's always been there for me. She's been my angel of peace in my life. Thank you for Rabbi Robert B. Holman Jr., Coheen, Sean Appleton. I hope y'all are having a very successful trip and doing Yah's will. We know that Yah's going to have his way when we are being servants to the Most High, because that's the goal, is to be a servant to the Most High. So what I have on here for today is called Don't Get Yah Twisted. Because you all know a lot of us grew up in Christianity, so we have had Yahweh twisted on certain points. So just today I'll be going over a few different points of what Yahweh is actually saying, as opposed to what we have heard how Yah operates. And secondly, I just want to go over my name. You guys might see me with Yeshai, Trey, Ebir, or El. So if you see Ebir El, that is my my Aboriginal name. So as you can see, my other last name, Beverly, Be Ever Lee. So when I look at that, us that study Hebrew, we know that the word ever means Iber, which is Hebrew. So my last name would be really break down Be Iber Lee, but I changed it to Iber El, which is mighty ones, like as of Most High. So you see an L in it, there's nowhere of me trying to compare nothing to be like the Most High. It's just saying I'm a Hebrew of a mighty one of Yah. So I just wanted to clarify that for y'all. Okay, so the focus of today's review, we're going to start by going over 2 questions that I feel like Yah had put on my spirit to go over again. And these 2 right here we're going to have is, how does Torah keepers sacrifice in exile, and how will we sacrifice in the land? And then I also have on there that have you been told about the Trinity, that the Most High Yah claims to be 3 different components. So we're going to go over that today, and then also we're going to also go over Isaiah chapter 6. Okay, cool. Okay, so when we are, we're going to go over the subject of the sacrifices first. So going over sacrifices first is very important that we understand the definition of what a sacrifice is. And I got some right here from me searching scriptures, looking up, defining what sacrifices mean. And so I've seen from the definitions of sacrifice in scripture is to offer, offered, feasting, or slaughter. So let's keep these in mind when we're going over the subject and the terminologies over sacrifices today. Trying to go black on me already, okay. All right, so in exile and in the land. So first, we're gonna start off with how to sacrifice to Yah in exile, which is right now. And we can go to 1 Samuel chapter 15. Okay, cool, thank you. All right, let's see here. Yep, okay, 1 Samuel 15. Okay, so if y'all don't know about 1 Samuel chapter 15, this is going to go into when Samuel is talking to Shaul, and he's about to give Shaul some not so good news, because Shaul has chosen not to listen to the complete instructions of the Most High. So when we'll go at verse 22, where it says Shemuel, which is Samuel. Shemuel says, "Does Yahweh take as much pleasure in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying what Yahweh says? Surely obeying is better than sacrifice, and heeding orders than the fat of rams." And then he goes on in verse 23 where he says this, "For rebellion is like the sin of sorcery, stubbornness like the crime of idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of Yahweh, Yah too has rejected you as king." So the whole point of us going through scripture and seeing how the Most High deals with people is to what? To get a deeper understanding of what is pleasing to the Most High. So we can see right here that we have to obey what the Most High says more than anything, because even though this was said to Shaul, these words can be also said to us, where he says, Yah too has rejected you for our rebellion and not keeping to the orders of what the Most High is saying. So I just want to point that out in our first one, that Yah is showing us that obeying his word is better than sacrifice, but we'll also get deeper into that in a second. So for my second point, if y'all can go with me to Jeremiah chapter 17, and it'll be in verse 10. Yep. It says, I, Yahweh, search the heart. I test inner motivations in order to give to everyone what his action and conduct deserves. So I'm pinpointing this out because we all know in exile right now that they make it, and we're in a situation where it is tough to keep the Most High's mitzvos and ways in totality. But an individual, what is it saying right here, Yahweh tests our heart and our inner motivation and our effort while we are in exile right now, in order to try to live a way that is pleasing and try to carry out Yahweh's Torah. So I want to pull out a verse that explains and shows on that part for everybody. And then if we can also go to Ezekiel 18, and it's going to have a similar message for that. That is Ezekiel 18, 29, okay. And it says, yet the house of Israel says, oh yeah, I love this one. Yet the house of Israel says, Yahweh's way isn't fair. House of Israel, is it my ways that are unfair, or your ways that are unfair? Therefore, house of Israel, I will judge each of you according to his ways, says Yah. So I want to put that part out too, because I think I put one in here, I probably didn't, but Yah judges each of us on the amount of information that we know. And I do have another verse in here that is going to clarify where Yah speaks on that. But again, this is the section of in exile. And let's see here, and then let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 27, and we'll go to 26. And right here, okay, yeah, this is going to come into clarity. It says, a curse on anyone who does not confirm the words of this Torah by putting them into practice. All the people are to say, Amen. So when we look at this verse, and when we go detailed into this verse, it says right here, a curse on anyone who does not confirm. So in order to confirm something, you need to have the knowledge and the information, right? So this is going back to again of what we just read of Yahweh judging an individual based on his action and his conducts and the amount of knowledge that the individual knows. So if an individual knows the words of the Most High, then he can confirm them. So it's saying right here that this is, it will be a curse on the individual who know these words and they refuse to put them in practice. Now, this is the word of Yah, so I'm just doing his job and just reading his word and saying what Yah is saying. And also when it has to do with sacrifices, a lot of us think far as sacrifices that it's always an animal or something, because this is one of the main reasons why I want to go again on the sacrifice part, because when we're talking to people about the Most High's foundation, which they like to call the Old Testament, like Rabbi said, I don't like to call it old, because it's the everlasting covenant. It never gets worn out or done away with. So this is the everlasting covenant. And in this everlasting covenant, when we're explaining it to people, first thing they think about is sacrifices of keeping the Old Testament. Like, oh, I ain't got no lamb or no ox and all that. But we're going to go and we're going to show that sacrifices are more than just that. Sacrifices have to also do with your time, your focus, your energy, and your wholehearted strive to keep Yah's ways and his Torah and to be pleasing towards the Most High. And if we go right now to Psalms chapter 27, verse 1 through 6, it's gonna have a little clarification on that part. I know y'all got it up there, but I like reading in my book sometimes too. Okay, what is it? 27, 1 through 6. Yeah, let's get it. Okay, Psalms 27 by David. It says, Yahweh is my light and salvation. Whom do I need to fear? Yah is the stronghold of my life. Of whom should I be afraid? When evildoers assailed me to devour my flesh, my adversaries and foes, they stumbled and fell. If an army encamps against me, my heart will not fear. If war breaks out against me, even then I will keep trusting. Just one thing have I asked of Yah, only this will I seek, to live in the house of Yahweh all the days of my life, to see the beauty of Yod-Heh Vav-Heh, and visit in his temple. For he will conceal me in his shelter. On the day of trouble, he will hide me in the folds of his tent. He will set me high on a rock. Then my head will be lifted up above my surrounding foes. And here's the part that I want us to pay attention to right here. And it says, and I will offer in his tents sacrifices with shouts of joy. I will sing praises to Yahweh. So this is going on again on what I was talking about on our sacrifices. We can see right here that David is saying that he is going to give sacrifices to Yah by praises and shouts of joy. So I just want us to keep in mind when we're educating people on sacrifices that it's not about just getting a lamb or an ox or something like that and killing it for a sacrifice. And when we went to the definition of sacrifice, one of them is offer or to offer. So when we are coming across different individuals and different people, and we're sharing information of the Most High with them, you can almost consider that almost like a sacrifice, because you could be doing something else, but instead you are offering your assistance of the Most High and your focus, your time, and your energy. And when we keep the ways of the Most High, that is like giving praise to the Most High. So this is another example that I want to show you guys that sacrifices are more than just slaughtering an animal. And also, while we're in exile, of course we should know that we need to keep the ways of the Most High and his Torah the best as we can even when we're in exile, because the Most High says that his commandments last through all generations, and they are forever covenant. So even in exile with our hard situations, we have to strive to keep the Most High's ways as much as we can, from the Shabbats, from the dietary laws, to everything that we can apply in this Torah. And so also a sacrifice which we have in our society right now is, instead of having the goats and the flocks and stuff like that, part of our sacrifices is currency, of keeping the Most High's temple and function and things of that nature. Okay, so let's go to sacrifices in the land. And if we'll go to Deuteronomy chapter 18. Okay, and this is just a little bit of a verse to pull out and show you guys that when we come into the land, that the Kohanim, which are the Levites, are the ones that are going to handle the sacrifice. I know us in FTF, we mainly know all this stuff, but this is for people that are on the stream and people that are trying to learn, because this is what we do. We have to keep reiterating things so we can get better and better at it, and also get the people who are coming and joining on the same page that we are on when we are studying the Most High's word. So I'll just read this in Deuteronomy 18, verse 1. The Kohanim, who are the Leviim, and indeed the whole tribe of Levi, is not to have a share or inheritance with Israel. Instead, their support will come from the food offered by fire to Yah, and from whatever else becomes his. They will have no inheritance with their brothers, because Yah is their inheritance. As he has said to them, the Kohanim will have the right to receive from the people, from those offering a sacrifice. So again, when we are in the land, we are coming to the Kohanim with our sacrifices and our lamb, and then these are the individuals who Yah has set to handle our sacrifices. Let's see, I read it. Receive from the people, from those offering a sacrifice, whether ox or sheep, the shoulder, the jaws, and the stomach. You will also give him the first fruits of your grain, new wine, olive oil, and the first fleece of Yah's sheep. For Yahweh your Elohim has chosen him. Who's the him? We're talking about the tribe of Levites, the Kohanim. Yah has chosen him from all your tribes to stand and serve in the name of Yahweh, him and his sons forever. So that's a small example right there. And if we will also go to 1 Shemuel chapter 2, verse 12. Okay, yep. Let's see. I'm going to start at 12. Yep, we can start right there. Let me make sure. Let me look. Okay, 2 verse 12. Okay. It says, Eli's sons were scoundrels who had no regard for Yahweh. The rule these Kohanim followed in dealing with the people was that when anyone offered a sacrifice, the Kohanim servants would come while the meat was stewing. And this is also, I want to be mindful that I've seen probably 9 out of 10 times that when we are offering animal sacrifices, that we eat part of that animal as far as the sacrifice. So it says the Kohanim servants would come while the meat was stewing with a 3 pronged fork in his hand. He would stick it in the pan, kettle, cauldron, or pot, and the Kohen would take for himself whatever the fork brought up. This is how they dealt with all the people of Israel who came there to Shiloh. The Kohanim servant would actually come before the fat had burned to smoke and say to the man who was sacrificing, give the Kohanim meat he can roast, because he doesn't want your meat stewed but raw. If the man answered first, let the fat burn to smoke, then take as much as you want, he would say, no, give it to me now, or I'll take it by force. The sins of these young men were very serious in Yah's view, because they treated offerings made to Yahweh with contempt. So, this is another small part that we can see. One, that we are eating the sacrificial meat, and two is that was the main point I wanted to show y'all in there, that we eat the sacrificial meat. But also, these are things that we should not do if when we are stored in the land and the Kohanim are operating, functioning from the Most High's order, again, that we are supposed to do things in orderly, or else Most High is going to have a serious issue with that. And if y'all finish reading this chapter, you will see that it did not go good for these two Kohanim men that choose to take the meat before it was actually stewed. And so also to be mindful again that when we are in the land and they are, the sacrificial of animals is back in place, that again, like we read in Psalms 27, that our sacrifices is also going to be our time, our focus, our energy, and being wholehearted to keep Yah's Torah. So our offerings in there will be also the cattle, and I believe they will have some currency. I'm not too sure when we get in the land, but but I want to bring that to the audience attention when we are talking about sacrifices dealing with the Most High. All right. Okay, so for the next one, did Yahweh ever say, I am three? Because we all have grown up hearing about this Trinity, the Most High saying he's three. Okay, well, let's go to this Torah and let's Yah speak for himself. And we Deuteronomy 6:4. Let's see. It says, Shema Yisrael, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. Hear Israel, Yahweh our Elohim, Yahweh is one. It's clear as day. And we know that us that study the word, we know that guess what? It is a sin and it is a violation to add or subtract to the Most High's word. So if the Most High is saying he's one, then who can come back and say that he's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8? Nobody. Exactly. You can't put a number on Yah. He's the creator of everything. And so that is a point for y'all viewing by the stream of why we do what we do and why we understand that Yahweh is one here at First Tabernacle Fellowship. And there's plenty other examples in scriptures that we can go and prove and show that to y'all. But another one, I'm gonna take you to Job, chapter 9, verse 1 through 13. I love this one as well. Let me read this one. I want to read this one in my book. Let's see here. Let's see here. Was it 9? Yep. All right. It says, then Job responded, indeed, I know that this is so. But how can a human win a case against Yah? Whoever might want to argue it with him could not answer him one question in 1,000. His heart, whose heart? Yah. Yah's heart is so wise, his strength so great. Who can resist Yah and succeed? Yah moves the mountain. So, okay, see, this has got what I said in the beginning again. Don't get it twisted because we're reading here where it says he, but the he is not a he, it is Yah. Yah moves the mountains, although they don't know it. When he overturns them in his anger, he shakes the earth from its place. Its supporting pillars tremble. He commands the sun and it fails to rise. He shuts up the stars under his seal. So this is going again. No Trinity. Yah alone spread out the sky and walks on the waves and the seas. Yahweh made the great bear, Orion, the Pleiades, and the hidden constellations of the south. He does great, unsearchable things, wonders beyond counting. He can go right by me, and I don't see Yah. Yah moves past without my being aware of Yah. If Yahweh kills people, who can ask why? Who can say to Yah, what are you doing? Yah will not withdraw his anger. Even Rahab's supporters submit to him. Now, I don't fully know about the Rahab supporters part, but we'll get a study on that. But as you can see, what we're saying right here is when we're talking about this Trinity, or when people are telling us about this Trinity, we are telling you from the Most High's word in his Torah that that is not accurate. That Yah is one, and he's saying that he does these things all alone. And matter of fact, I didn't give it to you, but there's also Isaiah, where is it at? Isaiah chapter 2 and 17, where it's going to give an individual the same energy. Because that's one thing when we're reading this Torah and we're going through the Most High's word in what they call the Old Testament, you can see that these prophets, they all have the same energy. They're all going by the same instructions, the same order, and the same flow. So, right here, I'll start Isaiah chapter 2. And we'll see here. I'll just start at verse 17. It says, the pride of man will be bowed down. The arrogance of men will be humiliated. And when that day comes, Yahweh alone will be exalted. This is where we're going again. You're not seeing no Trinity or nobody else with him. He's saying by myself. The idols will be completely abolished. Yeah, the idols will be completely abolished. People will enter cracks in the rocks and holes in the grounds to escape the terror of Yah and his glorious majesty when he sets out to convulse the earth. So, this is another part where again, Yah is saying that he does all these things alone. And I got so many points for y'all. I love it though. One more, Sister Teresa. Can you go to Hosea chapter 11? Because I just like to clarify for people about using the Most High's word, because that's always the best thing to do. Okay, so if you can go down to, can you go down to about verse 9 for me, please? Let's see, keep going. Okay. For I am Yahweh, not a human being, the set apart one amongst you. So I had to add that in here when we're talking about Yah is one. I don't want, don't come twisting and saying, oh, JC is one with the Most High. No. No. Yahweh is saying that he's one, and on top of that, not only is he saying he's one, but he's saying he is not a human being. I want to clarify on that. Yeah, he ain't no dude. Okay. All right. Now we're going to read Isaiah, Yeshayahu, chapter 6. And this is going to be a very important one, and still pray and have clarity on this. I've also went through it with Rabbi before as well. But here at FTF, we're always, each year, like he said, we're always learning and we're always evolving. So let's read the chapter. It says, in the year of King Uzziah's death, I saw Yahweh sitting on a high, lofty throne. The hem of his robe filled the temple. Seraphim stood over him, each with 6 wings, 2 for covering his face, 2 for covering his feet, and 2 for flying. They were crying out to each other, more set apart than the set apartest of Shalom. I'm trying to use set apart, I ain't trying to use holy. Of holiness is Yahweh Shabbat. The whole earth is filled with his glory. The doorpost shook at the sound of their shouting, and the house was filled with smoke. Then I said, now this is a key part that I'm going to want to touch on here. This is Isaiah speaking. He said, woe to me. I too am doomed because I am a man with unclean lips, living among a people with unclean lips. So I just want to point that out when we're looking right here in this point in this verse, that I don't know a being in existence that is not somewhat affected by their environment and their upbringing. And this is the same thing that I'm seeing with Yeshayahu, because he has the heart and the energy to strive to carry out the Most High's ways. But he's saying right here, he says, where did he go? Oh, okay. He said, because I am a man with unclean lips, living among a people with unclean lips. So this is showing you that prophets and people who speak the word of the Most High, they have struggles too. You know what I mean? They go through things too. You know, I went to the book of Jonah, who's a prophet for the Most High. The first thing, the Most High gave him the order to go to Nineveh, and what did he do? He jumped on the boat. He said, I'm going somewhere else. So he was being hard-headed. Yeah. But the Most High could still use you. So I just want to point this out for individuals and people on the camera. Like, you're thinking that you have to be perfect. No, you have to have a heart to carry out the Most High's ways as best as you can. And then when you operate and you function in that way, guess what? The rest of the cleansing, the Most High Yah is going to work with you, and you will get to the goal. Okay, so where did I stop at? Okay, living among a people with unclean lips, have seen with my own eyes the King, Yahweh Shabbat. One of the seraphim flew to me with a glowing coal in his hand, which he had taken with tongs from the altar. He touched my mouth with it and said, here, this has touched your lips. your iniquity is gone, your sins is atoned for. And this is to the point where I was just saying about not having to be perfect, but having that whole heart to strive to keep the Most High's ways. Because we were born in exile. We were born in a system where going against the Most High's ways it was normalized. So the Most High understands that it takes time for us to get where we need to go, but he cares about your effort and your wholeheartedness. And in this case with Isaiah, you can see that it paid off for him, like it will for any of us if we apply the same method. It says, I also want to notice on that point that you notice it says right here, it was something, I see that it was something special for Isaiah for the coal to touch and give him his iniquity atoned for, because the seraphim that had this coal, you could see that he said that he had taken it with the tongs of the altar. So the seraphim did not grab it and have contact with it himself, far as what I'm seeing. But he made sure that he had a tool so that glowing coal would be exactly for Isaiah. So there's some things that are special just for us. Verse 8, it says, "Then I heard the voice of Yah saying, whom should I send? Whom will go for us? I answered, I'm here, send me. He said, go and tell this people, yes, you heard, but you don't understand. You certainly see, but you don't get the point. Make the heart of this people sluggish with fat. Stop up their ears and shut their eyes. Otherwise, seeing with their eyes and hearing with their ears, then understanding with their hearts, they might repent and be healed. I asked Yahweh, how long? And he answered, until cities become inhabited ruins, houses without human presence, the land utterly wasted, until Yahweh drives the people far away and the land is one vast desolation. If even a tenth of the people remain, it will again be devoured. But like a pistachio tree or an oak whose trunk remains alive after its leaves fall off, the holy, set-apart seed will be its trunk. Now, the title of this was Don't Get Yah Twisted, so what does this have to do with Yeshayahu chapter 6? Well, I want to go over, if we go to this first part, it says right here, it says, I saw Yah sitting on high, lofty throne. The hem of his robe filled the temple. So we understand again, as we just went over, that Yah is a spirit, and that he said that he's not a man, he's not a human, but guess what? He created human beings. So, and if Yah expressing himself in a physical form, even if Yah did express himself in a physical form, we have to not get it twisted and understand that Yah is way bigger than the method of communication that he is making visual at that time, if this is very accurate, because he could be saying it literally or it could be metaphorically. But I'm letting an individual know through the words of the Most High that even if this was exact and he did so-called see Yah sitting on a throne with the hem on his robe, that Yah is way bigger than that. And us as people, we're always trying to put Yah in a box, but we cannot do that. Yah is way higher than anything that we can think of, and he is in control, and he's a part of everything that is in existence. Thank you. And let's see here. And we can go right here too. First Chronicles, chapter 10, and let's go by verse 13. I know you got it pulled up, but I'm just so used to looking in my book too. Okay, First Chronicles 10 and 13. Okay, so this is again touching on the situation that happened with Shaul. It says, so Shaul died for the transgressions he committed against Yah, because of the word of Yah that he did not keep, and because he sought the counsel of a spirit instead of consulting Yahweh. Therefore, Yahweh put him to death and turned the rulership over to David, the son of Yeshai. And I brought this up again because, like I said on the title of this is Don't Get Yah Twisted. We got to worship and praise and consult Yahweh only, because if we don't, it's going to be some issues. And this is why, and you can see this right here, because he's saying right here, when Shaul got his kingdom stripped, it says, because he sought the counsel of a spirit. So us as Hebrew Israelites and people who are trying to get close to the Most High, we have to be careful on what energies that we're trying to call on. Because I know that there's some people that they worship Yah, but then they like going and trying to consult their ancestors and stuff of that nature. I'm not adding or I'm not subtracting to Yah's word. I'm just warning y'all, you should be very careful. And from text, you should not be doing that. It says right here, it says because he sought to counsel of a spirit. And when you go back to the story with Shaul, it wasn't even like he was trying to conjure up a demon. If you remember, if you go back to that situation, he was trying to bring Shemuel back up. You know what I mean? Who is a person who follows Yah's Torah. But guess what? Yah says you are not supposed to do that. You're supposed to go directly to me only. So again, this has to do with the title of it. Don't get Yah twisted. You need to go and worship Yahweh only. Whenever you're there's another text in here where it says we are supposed to seek Yah in all aspects of our lives. So we have to have that, let that be mindful whenever we're going to our good times and our hard times, that we need to seek our guidance and our clarity through Yahweh only. And let's see here. We'll go to review. Okay, so for the review on Don't Get Yahweh Twisted, we have right here how we went over how we sacrifice to honor Yah in exile. Remember, in exile again, that we're judged on the amount of knowledge that we know. Our sacrifices is also our praise and our energy and keeping the Most High's ways as best we can. And in the land, we'll be able to take our sacrifices further when the Levites and the Kohanim are in charge of the Most High's temple and it's functioning and it's running. And again, how Yah says Yah is one. He's not 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Okay? And we can prove that by text, which we did today. Also, we went over how prophets have struggles too, which we should know, especially if you in exile, trying to come out of exile. And then even if Yah showed himself in a physical image, don't get it twisted. Yah is much more than the allowed representation of communication that he's showing. And is still, as we've seen and we read through his text, is not a man. And also that Yah is in control of everything. Which I wanted to go to, where was it? Let's go to, I want to go into sacrifice. Can you bring up Psalms chapter 4 for me, please? It's one of my favorite ones. Okay. For the leader with stringed instruments, a Psalms of David. O Yah, my vindicator, answer me when I call. When I was in distress, you set me free. Now have mercy on me and hear my prayer. Men of rank, when I hear men of rank, I automatically think of leaders. Men of rank, how long will you shame my honor? Love what is vain, chase after lies. Understand that Yahweh sets apart the godly person for himself. So this is for my people in this journey. It could be very, or it could feel very lonely. But we have to know that we are not alone, that Yah is with us every second of the day. And if you find yourself by yourself, you don't always have to need for some comfort from other people. A lot of times when we are alone, this is Yah calling to us and trying to get our attention. Yahweh will hear when I call to him. You can be angry, but do not sin. Think about this as you lie in bed and calm down. This has to do with the sacrifices. Offer sacrifices rightly and put your trust in Yah. Because, and this is so key that I want to touch on when we're talking about the sacrifices, whether in the land or out in exile as we are today. Because he says, offer sacrifices rightly. So what I'm hearing from the language is, what Yah is saying in your text, when you do something, do it wholeheartedly and do it right. Some people, like Most High says, don't bring me no animal with a defect. Right. You know what I mean? You got to come with your offerings right. You're going to come to my Shabbats, be happy that you are keeping my Shabbats. Right. You know what I mean? If you're going to teach my ways and represent me, do it with joy, do it with happiness. Offer your sacrifices and your energy rightly and put your trust in Yah. Many ask, who can show us some good? Yahweh, lift the light of your face over us. You have filled my heart with more joy than all their grain and new wine. I will lie down and sleep in peace. For you, Yahweh, you alone make me live securely. Amen. And, yep, I've kept it pretty short and smooth for y'all today. I had a certain way that I wanted to go with this presentation today, but Yah had spoke to me and he had me do a few adjustments. So we'll get that the next time I come up on here. But yes, Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Let's bring clarification about Yahweh, Israel, FTF and Israel everywhere. And I also want to remind y'all that us that are in the congregation, please go on the YouTube channel. Like some of these videos, please. Comment in some of these videos, please. share them or something, please. Like, we're trying to get this out there, and by you guys just doing these little things of putting in likes and these comments and things like that, you guys don't understand. It goes a long way. Whether you reaching 1, 2, 3, or how many ever people it is, it's going to keep tripling down, and you are going to be doing Yah's will. So, thank you, my people. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great Shabbat. And yeah, don't get y'all twisted. Thank you.